Okay, well, this is When Rom Met Com, the podcast where we break down what makes a date movie a great movie. We're currently working our way through Vanity Fair's list of the 42 best romantic comedies of all time to see if they had us at hello or were a big mistake. Huge. I'm Jack, and joining me as ever is my sweet vermouth from the rocks of a twist.
Nice.
Nora.
Charmer.
You should have just said the same.
That's my favorite drink.
But we're not alone.
We're not.
In our journey through rom-com land today, joining us is comedian Heidi Regan.
Hello.
Hello.
We are so excited to have you. We were match made.
It's very romantic, really.
It is.
Yeah.
We should only let guests be matchmates for us from now on.
Yeah. So we really wanted somebody who was like fun and funny, but also like smart and sciencey for this episode.
I'm blushing. If only this was a video. I will just correct, I wouldn't call myself sciencey at all. That is an insult to all people in STEM. I don't know the first thing of science, but I like sci-fi and fantasy.
Well, that's
that counts.
That's the same thing.
Big important question for you is, what is your history with, relationship with the romantic comedy genre?
I love it, especially when it airs more on the com. I think that the 90s and noughties were the heyday. And obviously When Harry Met Sally, that one's great. So yeah, I do love it. And Hugh Grant, I'm a gay woman, but Hugh Grant was a big... Whenever I stray more into the bi, I'd say Hugh Grant was the usual one for that.
Straying into the bi.
I feel like he would also describe himself as a gay woman, so don't worry.
Yeah, I feel like Hugh Grant is very like lesbian coded.
Yeah, but he always says joke misogynist stuff that breaks my heart.
Oh.
So, but I think he's changed. I think he's come round, and he's so charming in all the Richard Curtis and all that.
Now he's like in Paddington movies and stuff. You know, he's just he's all right again.
Basically, I'm scared to meet him because don't meet your heroes.
Don't look behind you. We've got a surprise.
That would be...
He's broken into your house.
Broken into your home at our behest.
For you to know that I love Hugh Grant would then make me question if we've already done this podcast before and you're using things you gleaned from the last... Imagine if this is the 100th time we've done this and you guys are bored to tears by this question.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it feels like that. It feels like just doing this episode over and over again.
Do you ever get deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I'll check with the chef. So yeah, I like rom-coms. It's in my head right now, but I always think a really underrated one is 2 Weeks Notice with Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock. I've watched that many times, and I always recommend the DVD commentary. And it's really, I've watched that loads of times. It's him and Sandra Bullock and the writer-director, and Hugh Grant has come straight from the Golden Globes. He's been up all night, so he's got a really croaky voice. And
oh my God, I need to listen to this now.
It makes you love Sandra Bullock even more as well. It's very good. I think that one is a like nice classic, very cheesy setup with the characters, but just done so well. And same as Groundhog Day, where it's like it's so simple in its beats, but it just works perfectly, I think. Or seems so simple.
I recently read something about what inspired Groundhog Day, and the writer was reading Interview with a Vampire and started ruminating on what it would be like to live forever.
Yes, I just skimmed that in the book someone gave me for my birthday a few years ago about Groundhog Day, about the philosophy of Groundhog Day, and he mentions the vampire thing in there. I've not read it properly, but I was skimming it before this.
That's amazing. Who wrote that book? I'm going to look it up.
It's written by Ryan Gilbey.
I know we told you this isn't a video podcast, but I might have to take a screenshot from that time you hold the book up.
Oh, sure.
Because it's...
That means you didn't put makeup on for nothing.
Yay. People will notice.
Not wasted.
They'll be like, that's a good book and some really good foundation.
Yeah, we'll put a link to the book and we'll put a link to every product that you are wearing.
Yes, it's going to be a long list. One foundation.
To be honest, isn't every book a good foundation?
That's upsetting that you said that, actually.
Jack, I feel like you've met your match. Like, Heidi is going to hold you to task every time you make a dad joke. She's like, she's not having it.
That's fine.
I wanted to yes and it, but why I didn't was because I thought, as I said it, is there a joke in Foundation? And I was like, I won't do it. And then you did it, so I felt shame that I didn't. So I attacked you. I lashed out.
I misread that whole interaction.
I wanted to be fully honest of all the motivations.
Well, we appreciate honesty here at When Rom Met Com.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I think one of the other best rom-coms I just was thinking is Crazy Stupid Love.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I think that's one of the best of all time.
The thing about Crazy Stupid Love is you can show it to like boys who don't think they like rom-coms.
Yeah.
Like, I got my boyfriend to watch it and I was like, see? Because it's like, I don't know. It's
you
like,
do like rom-coms.
It's like, I like to trick people into liking rom-coms. I'm like, you didn't think you liked a rom? Ooh. And it's similar with Groundhog Day, where I was explaining to my dad the premise of this podcast and the Vanity Fair list of the 42 best rom-coms. And he was like, Groundhog Day, well, I wouldn't call that a rom-com. It's a really good movie. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
There's a lot he said in that sentence.
Right. I was like, sir.
You're stuck with the Vanity Fair list.
Yeah.
It's a self-imposed stuckness. But we are almost to the end. Once we finish When Harry Met Sally, we can do whatever we want.
Wow.
We're very excited for the freedom.
Imagine.
Well, you should definitely do Crazy Stupid Love the second you get out of the prison you are in.
Yes.
Well, before we go any deeper into it, shall I give us some stats
Please.
on the movie we're talking about today? This is Groundhog Day, directed by Harold Ramis, dearly departed. Stars Bill Murray, Andie McDowell, Chris Elliott, Stephen Tobolowsky, and Brian Doyle Murray, brother of Bill. It was released on the 12th of February 1993, and it has a budget of $15 to $30 million. We don't know where it lands. I've heard it both ways. Box office wise, it did $70.9 million in the US, and then worldwide, it grossed a total of $105 million. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a solid 94%. So the IMDb plot synopsis. A cynical weatherman is sent to cover a small-town Groundhog Day celebration, only to wake up and find himself reliving the same day over and over again. Trapped in a loop he can't escape, every attempt to manipulate, seduce, or shortcut his way out fails, until he realizes the day isn't the problem. He is.
I could swear that's a better IMDb plot synopsis than what we have previously heard from this movie. Has it been updated?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's a bad one because it,
Oh,
it gives away
do tell.
the entire resolution.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Well, it's a synopsis. So I guess that's what we do. We sum it up.
Yeah.
Let's see what Vanity Fair said about it. Groundhog Day is the ultimate rom-com for curmudgeons who don't like rom-coms.
Oh.
The perfect salve for a hardened cynic's heart. After all, its hero is himself exquisitely sour. Phil Connors, a weatherman sent to Punxsutawney, PA to cover the pointless annual ritual of a groundhog looking for its shadow, may be Bill Murray's ideal role. Bored with life, he gets caught in a time loop in which he's repeatedly forced to relive the previous 24 hours. That means day after day, he gets turned down by his producer, Rita, played with twinkly self-possession by Andie McDowell. By dilating each moment, the movie expands Phil's sense of wonder exponentially. He gets to know the inhabitants of this tiny town, to learn kindness and curiosity, and the repetition of time gradually washes away his misery and egotism. Phil spends a big chunk of the movie trying to figure out fraudulent ways to seduce Rita, but it's only when he stops trying to trick her into bed and has fun being with her, and he in turn becomes a human being she can enjoy, that the romance clicks. It's an amazing emotional and structural feat, a movie that I would happily watch again and again and again. And that is Joy Press from Vanity Fair.
I think that's a really good summary.
It is. It's very beautiful.
It is.
It chimes with everything I thought as I was rewatching it.
Tell us a little bit about your history with Groundhog Day. Have you lived this day before?
I love the film. I do think it's a perfect film. I love Bill Murray in general, and I think Vanity Fair said it's a perfect role for him because I do love his dry. He's very similar to Hugh Grant doing the sarcastic curmudgeon who's very funny.
Not as good hair.
No, very,
That's true.
very
Hugh
much
Grant has
not as
better
good. And I always had a joke connection to it because my birthday is on Groundhog's Day, so that has always been fun.
February 2nd.
That's why my friend gave me the Groundhog Day book for my birthday because.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So I think I must have seen it at least like 30 times. I also did when I started making sketches online, I did a Groundhog Day one. This just reminded me, like a joke Groundhog Day dating one. And there's someone that follows me online that every year on Groundhog Day now comments on it going, here I am each year watching your sketch again. And that reminds me, I should post my sketch again because this nice man comments every year.
Well, we should definitely share that.
So yeah, I love it. And I think because I used to write and still do, but write film scripts. And I think I studied that one as part of that and was like, it's perfectly written, I think. And it's very interesting how they got to, when you read about how it started off as a lot more bleak and existential and all that, it shows the power of a simplified concept. I always overcomplicate things, but I think it's done perfectly. A lot of it relying on the charm of Bill Murray, I think, and Andie McDowell in parts.
Isn't he cute?
Yeah. I was just watching again before we came on and I was like, oh, there's bits where like they've not edited her well and it just lingers on her looking like she's waiting for her line. But then I got to the bit where he tells her he's a god and then they spend the day together. And I was genuinely quite emotional watching that because like, oh, she is so nice.
Going back to what Nora brought up earlier, when you said that it was based on someone reading the interview of a vampire, I thought you were going to say it was based on that, and he just, like I do when reading a book, just kept reading the same page over and over again because you forget what you're doing. And I was hoping that would be the reason to write Groundhog Day.
So the whole film is about your mind wandering.
Yeah, maybe he just has ADHD.
Yeah.
And likes audiobooks and listens to the same 30 seconds and then realizes he wasn't listening, so rewinds it again.
And has an existential crisis in doing so.
Actually, I hadn't thought about this. Like, Groundhog Day is kind of like ADHD, the movie.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Can confirm. We were just talking about Bill Murray's hair. I read something this morning. I was watching the movie again. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times in the past few months because of this show. And I Googled, did Bill Murray and Andie McDowell get along? Because I just really wanted to know. And apparently they did not.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising. And the reason they didn't is because he was fed up because it took so long to do her hair. Like they were always waiting for her hair. I assume it would be like between takes, they would be like fixing curls or whatever. And he was like, you were just always waiting for her hair. And then years and years later, he did an interview and he was like, but you know what? She had fantastic hair. She had the best hair. I think I was too hard on her and I should apologize. And like, it seems like he now feels bad for being such a jerk to her at the time.
Yeah.
But apparently a few years ago, Margaret Qualley, who is Andie McDowell's daughter, for anyone listening who does not know this,
Twist.
was on like a late night show. And she talked about how she was trying to set up her mom and Bill Murray because she realized they were both living in Charleston, South Carolina, and she didn't know about this feud. So she was like, you should get together. Like, and he was like, we did not get along.
Oh, boy.
Bill Murray's got an interesting history with hair. I know a little tidbit of between him and the director of this film, Harold Ramis, who they both worked together on Ghostbusters. And Harold Ramis was getting married while they were shooting Ghostbusters 2. And he has this sort of big sort of pompadour that he has in that movie, which he does is not his usual hairstyle. And he's getting married, but he's still got the hair from Ghostbusters 2. And apparently, it's just one point during the ceremony, Bill Murray just goes, don't worry, your hair looks perfect.
He's got so much lore around him. Remember all that like years of him showing up at random parties and weddings and all that. That was the best publicity you could do for getting more movie roles, I think.
The story of Bill Murray took a load of fries off my table and said, no one will ever believe you.
Yeah.
So you know what? If I got really famous, That's the kind of shit I would do.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, he's doing what you should do with fame. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
No one will believe you.
Just be a mysterious asshole.
yeah. It sounds really fun, but you're like, you get the sense he's also still a bit sad or something like, yeah.
Well,
It's funny you say that, because this being my like many like watching a short amount of time, I had a sort of different read on Phil, the human, not the groundhog, on this viewing, which was, yeah, he's an asshole at the beginning, but I just got much more of a sense of how deeply sad he is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like I didn't know that before. I was kind of like, maybe he isn't so bad, actually. He does seem to have these nice impulses shining through, even in the opening scenes. They just don't have a lot of space to be shown.
Yeah. And well, when she gets mad at him, when she realizes he's been like learning stuff to trick her and that, and she says,
no fudge, no white chocolate.
Oh, she says, you could never love anyone else. And he's like, I don't even like myself. And you're like, that's so nice. And that's the whole thing, is him learning to help others and hate himself less that way. And
yeah.
And
it's again, you mentioned how like well put together the script is. You are fed so little information on Phil to begin with, but in the same way you are fed all the information you need. The little tidbits we get throughout the movie are fascinating. It's such a clever script in that sense that it takes this sort of high concept idea and is able to use it to actually go into something far deeper and philosophical about the human condition.
Oh, definitely. And well, the fact that he at the start he's saying I'm wanted by a big network and that he's got all this ego and that's why he puts his value in. So then they make it, he's stuck somewhere where no day, he's never remembered the next, nothing he does will last as a legacy. So that's the quickest way to destroy all ego, because he's like, learns at the end the only joy or meaning of life is little kindnesses. It's very relevant for like society in general, but these days where it's like, if nothing you did was remembered, what would actually be important? And it's not important to be remembered as a famous weatherman, which I thought was the meaning of life until I saw this film.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, if I saw a weatherman on the street, would I recognize them? Because there is the bit where he's out with Rita and somebody goes, look, it's Phil Carnus.
Back in the day you would. I remember when weathermen stood tall amongst us.
See, if it was Nicolas Cage, star of The Weatherman, I'd recognize that.
Yeah.
As Dave Spritz. We all remember he played Dave Spritz.
In the weather, was The Weatherman a rom-com?
It's that era of white man midlife crisis movie.
It's like a dark comedy.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is good. It reminds me of like American Beauty in the sense of like, I'm a white man and I don't really know what's going on with my life, but I feel something profound is about to happen to me in the real world.
But does it have magical realism in it?
No magic. No, he carries a bow and arrow around New York City, but not.
And doesn't get arrested, so that's magic.
So it's not. Does Nicolas Cage star in another one where he like goes back and with Tia Leone or something?
He's in The Family Man.
Yeah,
Tia Leone and him in The Family Man, which who knows? Maybe we'll cover this Christmas. It is a Christmas rom-com.
We're still picking out our Christmas season. It's not finalized yet.
Yeah, there'd be too many to pick from, surely. But yeah, you should do, just to connect to this, do Scrooged with Bill Murray.
I love Scrooged so much.
And he's basically playing the same character as Groundhog Day, so...
Yeah, but just one who didn't go well.
Yeah.
He's playing Phil Connors who never got trapped in Punxsutawney.
Yeah, so they had to send a different kind of magic through.
And Karen Allen is playing Andie McDowell.
Yeah.
What a film.
You know what I wish? I wish that in real life somebody would devote some time and energy and maybe magic to finding people who suck and making them not suck.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, where are the ghosts? Where are the Christmas ghosts? Where's the witch who traps you in Groundhog Day? Like, probably working overtime because there are so many people who suck.
Honestly, guys, be the change you want to see in the world. Like, Nora, you're wishing more people were Christmas ghosts. Be the Christmas ghost.
Be the Christmas ghost you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're being just a little bit lazy.
I would haunt Brett Kavanaugh.
I'm just picturing you as a Christmas ghost.
Yes. But it's interesting. I never thought about that, like Christmas Carol, Groundhog Day. Like, they are very, very similar.
Oh, yeah. Really similar.
It just takes him, somewhere between 8 and 10,000 years to learn the lesson, whereas it took Scrooge one night. So.
Have you read all the theories on how long that's the most talked about thing? And they seem to come down on like 30 to 40 years, but some people think a lot longer.
What do you think?
I think 40 years makes sense because he has to have a long period of depression and then a long period of learning the piano and then all that. Mm-hmm. But it is a long time, 40 years, and that would actually, if you think about it, send you crazy. Mm-hmm. They really underplay how crazy he would be by the end of that.
Yeah.
But I guess he tries to kill himself a lot, so that's kind of covers it.
He goes crazy early and then actually uses the time very well after that, it seems.
I think that's the way you do it. Like, get your craziness out of the way.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Be young and crazy and then be old and curmudgeonly.
It makes him like a very zen person that he is spending maybe 20 years doing all those errands every day. That's just... In fact, once he came out of it and the time moved forward suddenly, there should be a movie showing him readjusting to society where he doesn't know how to predict things.
I love readjustment to society movies.
But it's a Groundhog Experience readjustment film, and it's him and Andie McDowell struggling with the fact that he's severely traumatized and doesn't trust going to sleep.
Oh.
I was watching it earlier and I was thinking the scene after he's caught out by Andie McDowell where he's like, no fudge, no white chocolate, and she has to go at him. And then the next scene we see is him on the date again. I don't think those are like concurrent days.
Yeah.
I feel like after you have that sort of reamed out, I would take a few days just for myself.
Oh yeah.
I think that's an interesting part of it. It looks like a sort of natural progression in the film, but then you think about obviously what we're not seeing, and there's a lot of it where he is probably just like ruminating on life and death.
I'd like an extended cut where we see him ruminating a lot more.
Yeah, for real. Release the director's cut.
Yeah, just chilling in his hotel a lot.
The rumination cut.
Yeah.
I realized I must have seen this movie, 20 times in my life. You know how there's no hot water? And he asks the landlady and she says, well, there wouldn't be today, which is insane. And I don't understand what she's talking about. But that means he's trapped for, 10 to 10,000 years with no hot water.
Yes, I was thinking that today as well.
I would go crazy.
Yeah.
Somewhere's got to have hot water.
He has a bath in it. He could boil a kettle and make hot water.
Good point.
She wouldn't understand that though.
No.
Actually, I didn't think about this. Do you think then when he kills himself with the toaster, it's cold water?
I was thinking that when I watched that scene, yeah.
That makes it even worse. I couldn't get into a bath full of cold water with a toaster.
Yeah. Well, it would make you do it quicker, I guess.
You just end it.
I know, I would you want to just settle down, one moment of last relief, and then put the toaster in.
It is probably the only rom-com that has multiple suicide representations. That's pretty groundbreaking.
Perhaps.
Harold and Maude?
Yeah.
Oh, I've still not seen that.
None of the suicide attempts are successful.
Yeah, but neither are Phil's.
That's true. Well, they're successful in a way.
In Harold and Maude,
in a way.
was he doing attempts?
He's just a very morbid young man.
Yeah, he's staging fake suicides for attention.
Right. Ah.
There's also Wrist Cutters, a Love Story.
Oh.
Which is set in the purgatory where people go to after they've committed suicide.
Oh, wow.
That's dark.
And two people fall in love in that purgatory. I think it's like Patrick Fugit.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, Heidi, you were so bold with your no rom-coms have suicide.
I guess all rom-coms have suicide in them.
It's a staple of the genre, Heidi.
In a way, every rom-com is a little, suicide.
The little death.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of, when I was saying earlier about how just deeply sad he is, I noticed a line that I have never noticed before when he's speaking to Mrs. Lancaster the first day. She says, "Did you sleep well, Mr. Connors?" And he says, "I slept alone, Mrs. Lancaster," which is really, really sad and is actually like such an important point about like his primary issue is loneliness and
Yes.
lack of fulfillment.
Unless it's him being a sleaze.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
That's
that
the
is
preface for it, but
Yeah.
it can speak multitudes. The sleaziest of us, including myself, we're not all bad. Like beneath the sleaze, if you wipe away our sleaze, we're just
Just lonely creeps.
This doesn't even work because you were the least sleazy person on the planet.
I'm such a sleaze monger.
You couldn't even pretend to be sleazy because no one would believe you.
Believe sleaze.
Believe in my sleaze.
Do you want to hear another thing about that I read in this book when I was skimming it quickly?
Yes.
Is it says at the opening, apart from the clouds, then the opening shot is him being the weatherman, and he says, "Someone asked me if you could be anywhere this weekend, where would you want to be?" And I said, "Here." And the shot, you just see the blue screen, so he's pointing to a void in their words. So they're saying like he lives in the nothing, he is in a void, and blah blah. And then when you see Andie McDowell later standing in front of the blue screen doing stuff, you can see in the shot the map behind what the map's meant to look like, showing she is in touch with the world and nature, whereas he is separated from it.
Wow.
I don't know if Harold Ramis thought of that when he was filming it, but
Subconsciously,
I enjoyed it.
He was thinking about it. He was still just ruminating on his bad hairdo at his wedding.
I love stuff like that, though. I love like a deep read of something that was maybe never intended to have a deep read.
I was thinking about this in the way that like he when he's doing the weather report, he makes jokes about everywhere that he's talking about.
Yeah, mean jokes.
Yeah, and I thought like, oh, this man wouldn't be happy anywhere.
Oh yeah.
He talks about LA being just like full of riots and
gang wars
and like
and bad real estate prices.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go, Phil?
My whole film podcast I did during the pandemic after was fake deep reads, where I would force a metaphor onto a film that wasn't there. And the one for When Harry Met Sally I did was all an allegory for the Cold War.
Oh, I love that.
And it lined up in parts. Not many.
I love that.
I think Harry was Russia and she was the US.
Love really is the coldest war.
Exactly. And I think when they hooked up, it lined up with the Berlin Wall coming down or something.
Oh,
it worked well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Should we pitch some bad Groundhog Day takes?
I think we should.
And then we'll use that as a promo clip so we can really piss people off.
Yes.
I think it's about climate change, and it was ahead of its time.
Because he's a weatherman.
Trapped in eternal winter.
That's as far as I've thought.
When there was a bit of a like February heat wave the day that he's doing the the weather report.
Well, because he was so sure that it was right, and then he was wrong.
He's a climate change denier.
He's a climate change denier.
Wow.
It's only once he actually looks outside himself and looks at how to help all these people stuck in this blizzard.
Very few people realize The Day After Tomorrow is actually a sequel to Groundhog Day.
Exactly.
Which actually kind of lines up when you look at what the title is, The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See how easy it is to believe fake readings?
Well, I think you're both full of shit. I think that Groundhog Day is inherently anti-feminist, and it is about how Andie McDowell just like could not find, she wasn't complete in herself, and what she needed was for a man to spend 10 to 10,000 years studying her every move so that he could manipulate her into a forced relationship. And that's really what women need.
Yeah. And I think it's actually feminist to just finally accept that that's the truth. So
fifth wave feminism.
Yeah, fifth wave feminism is we need time traveling men.
Funny, because I actually think it's about the founding of America.
Oh.
It's a young country. It's a young country. We're coming up to its tricentennial. I don't know.
What is that word? Okay.
Tricentennial.
There we go.
You got, I don't know. Tricennial. The Triceratops.
Tricycle.
Yes. And in a way, it's in a holding pattern. It goes round and round the same thing. And it isn't until that Americans learn to help each other and build each other up, that the founding fathers were able to break away from the tyrannical same-day routine of the British.
Wow. I agree. As an American, I support this message.
Yeah. Well, the groundhog is George Washington.
Obviously.
Yeah. And once George sees his shadow,
and in a way,
he can be free.
Phil is kind
Be
of
free.
Phil is kind of Benedict Arnold in the way he kidnaps George Washington.
Yeah, and drives him off a cliff.
And which one is Hamilton?
I think that's the kid he picks up out of the tree.
Nice.
I also think that Eliza Schuyler is the girl he pushes out of the piano lesson.
Yes.
Yes. She doesn't get to hear her story.
No.
Do you think at any point he started going like a half hour later so he wouldn't interrupt that poor little girl's lesson?
No. I think once he became kind, he still did it. It's like in About Time with, Rachel McAdams and that. There's a bit where she says something and he starts to open his mouth and shows, and don't run off like you always do when things get difficult, so implying that he's about to go time travel. And I was immediately like, why would she know that? Because when he time travels, that gets erased from history. So terrible work by Richard Curtis there.
Damn it,
Terrible.
Richard.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the series we do about Rachel McAdams falls in love with time traveling men.
Yes.
There are at least 4 films I can think of.
A Time Traveler's Wife.
Time Traveler's Wife, About Time, Midnight in Paris, where I guess she doesn't fall in love with him, but she's already with him.
Yes.
And then technically Doctor Strange.
Yeah, on a technicality.
He has the time stone.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, but I'll allow it.
So she's definitely got a thing for men who can, manipulate time. And when they remake Groundhog Day, it's going to be Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, we were previously pitching a gender-swapped Groundhog Day remake.
That would be good.
Which I think is the only reason why you would remake it.
Yeah. Also, immediately, everyone on the internet would attack it, but...
Oh, 100%. But I'm in the business of pissing off people on the internet today.
Yeah.
So I say do it.
Yeah.
So, very important question for you, Heidi.
Yeah.
Do you have a song from Groundhog Day that you think should be added to our rom-com playlist?
I feel like it's slim pickings. None of them are bangers I would want to listen to. The only 3 I remember that are real songs are the I Got You, Babe, which I think is probably the only actually good song, but it's played so much that it makes you kind of hate it. And then there's the poker song you hear over and over when it goes, which is very annoying. So I think maybe the piano song he does at the end, where he's like turns it into a jazz thing, the one he's been learning with the piano teacher.
Oh, I wonder if we can get that. If that is on Spotify, I'll add it.
I can tell you that Phil's piano solo is by Terry Fryer.
Oh.
But Terry Fryer is Bill Murray's hand double for the piano.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he didn't learn. No. I guess they didn't have 30 years.
Guess not.
Yeah.
Jack, what is your pick?
I like You Don't Know Me, which is sort of played during that sort of like romantic montage by Ray Charles.
Oh.
That is also my pick.
I don't remember how that song goes.
I couldn't like sing it to you now. I just see them like dancing in the gazebo in the snow.
Yeah, I just watched that about an hour before we came on and I don't remember any music.
There's also an instrumental of it that plays when he's sort of like sad, when he sort of is processing that he like can't be good enough for her. It's very lovely.
Oh yeah. When she's slapping him, that's when that kicks in.
One of my all-time favorite montages in film.
It's very good.
The slaps. And
there's I didn't realize there's like a foreshadowing of that when he first wakes up and says, "Can you slap me?"
Yes, I noticed that for the first time today also.
Yeah.
And Larry's like, I'll do the other cheek.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite segment that we do on this show is would do, wouldn't do, have done.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, do you want to start us off with a would do?
Why don't you start us off?
I
Nora?
will start. I would fall in love with Rita.
Oh, yes. I mean, I think I experienced that when I was just watching it before. I was like, oh, this makes me think of my ex in a nice way.
She's so lovable.
Was she a Georgia peach?
Yeah, I think in essence she was, yeah. But yeah, I agree. That's a good, yeah. I was looking at going, I think I would do everything he does in this film, almost.
Wow, almost. What wouldn't, well, no, wait, that's our next question.
Yeah. Well, what I would do, first things first, is what he does first, which is just have a whole table full of bad food. I would be doing that for a good 6 years, I think, before I tapped out of that.
Agreed.
I would dress up to go to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't do enough costumes.
Yeah. That was in my things I have done.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we did it for a friend for Austin Powers. It was at our hometown cinema, very empty like in this. Obviously, no one else was dressed up because we were just doing it for our friend's birthday, but we all went up to get tickets, and then the lady just didn't blink, and we were like, no, we feel like idiots.
What a good film to do a costume for, though.
Right.
Like, excellent costumes in that motion picture.
Yeah.
Heidi, you said you would do just about everything he does, or almost. So what wouldn't you do?
3 things. Number 1, that I feel is a crazy bit of the plot. I wouldn't assume after one day's repeat that I was stuck in a time loop, because that I didn't realize that it only repeats once, and by the end of that day he goes on the drive and gets arrested, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, and he keeps going, oh, why have I got to have this day over and over and over? And I was like, no, this is just, you've only just had it once over, and then you immediately got arrested.
Bold assumption.
Yeah.
It says a lot about Phil's character in that world, where you're like, man, he's really ready to give it all up.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'd be kind enough to buy insurance from Ned Ryerson every day. I understand that. That shows that he's truly become a good man, because I think I wouldn't want to talk to him every day for 40 years and go through the forms every day.
Oh my God.
Do you think he does it every day?
Well, he did it on the final day, so that implies he was doing it every day.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, that's to hell, I think. How about you guys?
I already said my wouldn't do. I wouldn't get into a cold bathtub with a toaster. It has to be lukewarm at least.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I'm not committing suicide in discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
I would not kidnap the groundhog.
Oh, yeah, I thought that, but then I thought he's at breaking point. He's just riffing. He's like, he really believes that will end it. So if you genuinely thought that would end your hell, you still wouldn't kidnap the groundhog?
Yeah, I guess if I genuinely believed it, I'm a bit of a softie and I'm an animal lover. And so I think I'd be like, protect that groundhog at all costs.
Well,
I will drive myself off a
Not
cliff.
drive it off a cliff.
So you could kidnap the groundhog and not destroy it. You could just
Yeah,
keep
fair.
it.
Yeah, you know what? I might kidnap the groundhog and just hang out with it and become friends with it and feed it snacks.
Yeah, just sort of ask it like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Or would you kidnap it, but you wouldn't have fun making it drive the car and playing around with it when you're about to kill it? That feels the bit that's unnecessary.
That's true.
Don't drive angry.
Don't drive angry.
I also don't think I would. I think because I'd always hoped that it was going to end, he took up smoking real quickly, and I wouldn't want to take up smoking and then have it all end, and then I'm addicted to smoking.
I guess it depends.
Do the cravings go to the next day?
Yeah, like is addiction, because it's like a physical process.
Yeah.
Does it reset every day? Because I think if I confirmed I wouldn't get addicted, I probably would take up smoking.
Yeah, if I knew I wouldn't, but I think smoking, that is the habitual habit in your brain, and that would carry over because you remember, you would instinctively light up. I thought that through.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Heidi is the scientist.
Yeah.
Right. She said she wasn't a scientist. Okay, we've established this. It's an interesting question as to, because we know that physical things reset, but the brain is also a physical thing, and how much, because he clearly is growing as a person, and that like neuroplasticity and everything.
Yeah.
Important questions there.
That's a really good scientific point you've made there. How is he learning, but also his body resets every day? So his brain is isolated in this little pocket.
I guess it is magic. So, like, we're allowed to think it doesn't follow because if the purpose of it is to make him better, which it clearly is, then his brain would have to be, like, his memory and everything would have to be intact.
Yeah.
If magic doesn't have rules, though, you know.
Well, it does have rules.
That's true. I fear a world of magic with no rules.
Yes, we must always be on guard against that.
Always.
Yeah.
Constant vigilance.
That's the tagline of this film.
Constant vigilance.
Constant vigilance against magic without rules.
I would love to see them make a sequel to this called Groundhog Day, Constant Vigilance.
Yeah.
What have we done?
As we covered, I have eaten like he did, and I have gone to a film dressed up like he did.
So basically, you're living the dream.
Yeah, I kind of live with the consequences of the things he does.
Yeah. I have lived the same day over and over.
Yeah.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I feel like I've done this podcast before.
Yeah, me too. I have got the shingles real bad, just like Ned Ryerson. It sucks. I don't recommend.
I think I have gone through a character arc from being irritable, egotistical weatherman to becoming existential lover of life, and then gone back again. I think I would have done
You're
that.
back again. You're back to
I
being
think
a
I need
weatherman.
another do-over.
I love that. Are you just constantly cycling through the character arc?
I think so. I'm sure we all are. I think most days, I think I do it within a day. I think I get up full of hope for the little things in life, and then I hit a bad patch in the day where I'm like, oh, look at all these hicks.
They're hicks, Rita.
I think I've genuinely had his thing where he is disgusted by small talk. I go through phases of life where I love small talk.
Depends who you're having it with.
Yes.
True.
If you're having it with Rita, great. If you're having it with Ned, not so much. If you're having it with Larry, who are you?
Yeah, I think I love a Larry small talk chat, but a Ned is a real tester of my humanity.
Ned don't do small talk. It's all big talk.
Yeah, I used to work with someone like Ned, and I don't like what it did to me as a person. I wasn't a kind person.
Oh, I have a good have done. I have saved someone's life. Not with the Heimlich.
You caught a guy falling out of a tree.
I had a boyfriend in my early 20s who was a type 1 diabetic, and he had a really severe blood sugar drop because he had overshot his insulin.
Yeah.
And he woke me up in the middle of the night thrashing around, and I was able to sort of diagnose it, and I like force fed him sugar water.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That was crazy.
It really overshadows. As you said it, I was like, I think I've changed a tire. Like it did.
Good for you, because I don't know how to change a tire, and I really should.
In a way, Nora, you saved my life.
Stop it.
When you gave him that Heimlich.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
not when I needed it, but you know. Just in
preemptively.
case.
Just one extra life saved just in the bank.
Yeah, Nora likes to give people Heimlichs before they sit down for dinner.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, just to clear anything out of there to begin with.
I've probably stood on stage in an auction and turned around sadly like, what's his name? Larry.
Oh, Larry.
Feels like something I would have done. I think I've bid at an auction and gone, I got him.
I got him. You're always getting it.
Yeah.
Should we move on to our last sequence?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, our rom-com Bredal.
No one can see this, but Jack just did kind of like jazz hands. Bredal.
The rom-com Bredal. It is our, you'll appreciate this, Heidi, our scientific method of ranking a romantic comedy. The rom-com Bredal, of course, stands for romantic comedy breakdown.
Yeah.
This falls into 3 separate categories to begin with, and then one massive category to end with.
Mm-hmm.
I describe this differently every time. The first 3 categories are rated out of 5, lead/chemistry, supporting characters, and plot. And after that, we do the romantic comedy scale, which is a 0 to 100 scale, 0 being more romantic, 100 being more comedic, and 50 being the ultimate balance of rom and com. So let's kick off the rom-com Bredal with our 1 out of 5 ranking for lead/chemistry.
I'm going to say 4.5.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who didn't like Andie McDowell to begin with, that's an interesting one.
It wasn't that I didn't like her, but I was like going, oh, it's not like just the editing was making it look like she didn't know what her line was at the start. But by the end, I was like, it's done well.
Yeah. Nora?
I'm between a 4.5 and a 5. Maybe I'll do a 4.75.
I'm at a 5.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a 5. I love these two. I think they're so nice together. I think her hair is fantastic.
I thought you guys were going to be shocked at 4.5. I was like going, maybe I'll go 5, but no, that's too much. So I'm impressed we're all agreed it's high up there.
It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie.
How are we feeling on supporting characters?
I do think they're great in this. They really are great. And they get to all repeat their appearances in different ways, which is really a really good way of doing it.
And I think something great about that is we never get bored of them doing that. Like we are excited for the return of Ned Ryerson or Nancy or Mayor talks like this.
Yeah.
Who is Bill Murray's brother?
Is he?
Yeah. And even the Groundhog as a character.
Yeah, I really can't fault any of them.
I'll tell you this, I've got it at a 5.
Yeah. As I think it's a perfect film, I don't know why I'm trying to lower it, so I'll go 5.
I think we always feel like we're like doing less serious criticism if we give things a 5.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know?
But let's not forget, this is a scientific...
it's scientifically accurate.
It's not open to criticism.
Right. So I also say 5.
I think the fact that we've all watched it so many times and we still appreciate them is a sign that it's actually scientific proof.
100%.
How are we feeling on plot?
I don't want to be boring, but I do think I think it's just such a perfect script. It is a perfect plot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nora?
Yeah, 5.
4 for me. I find it a bit repetitive.
Oh, shut up. Well, I think one of the most important features of a rom-com is rewatchability.
Yeah.
And I think the repetition built into the story actually makes it more rewatchable.
Yeah.
Because you're prepared for repetition going in.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes it feel cozy.
Yeah.
Which, as you often say in a rom-com, is a feature, not a bug.
Agreed.
And our rom-com scale, 0 being more romantic, 100 being more comedic. Heidi, you said you like it more if it's more comedic.
I do, and I think that is why I love this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 65.
That's
what I said.
Oh.
I said 75.
Nice.
Nora's having a hoot watching this movie. She's laughing her ass.
Yeah, no, I am.
Purely for scenes that they're together as well. There's so much other stuff going on besides them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It is very funny, but yeah, there is a sweetness to it that is undeniably romantic. And I believe what Vanity Fair says, being like it's for the curmudgeonly rom-com fan.
Yeah.
Well, the romance is so important. I think people discount it sometimes, but when he falls in love with her, which is the day that they spend together when she knows the truth the whole time.
Yeah.
He wakes up the next day and he's been so inspired by her goodness and by his love for her that's when he turns things around.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't ignore that being like the major turning point is based on the romance.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's when she was sold to me as a deeper character as well, because it's and it's because they're talking about, it's almost like the Bechdel test. They're not talking about themselves dating, they're talking about what he should do with his predicament, and that's when it becomes interesting rather than just a date.
Yeah, good point.
The Bechdel test is in I hope you followed my train of thought there.
Yeah.
It's when she gets to have a personality, is when it's not just her as someone he's chasing. It's her offering him an adult point of view on his predicament.
Yeah, like they're working together to solve a problem rather than the problem being, how do I get her to sleep with me?
Yeah.
I think that's our episode on Groundhog Day.
It is. Heidi, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a delight to talk about it again.
And again.
And watch it again. I thought I knew it so well, and then I was watching it going, so much I had forgotten.
It's a different way of watching it, isn't it? When you know you're preparing to discuss it.
Yeah. But still brilliant every time.
No, a real joy. is there anything you'd like to plug?
I'll just say follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see updates on a book and stand-up. And also if you want to watch my sketch on Groundhog Day, go back through my catalogue and find it.
We'll find it and share it. And we will also put links to your Instagram and TikTok in the show notes. But what is your handle?
Oh, yes, it is Heidi _Regan. Heidi Regan was taken. Don't follow her.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been when you were recommended to us, I was like, oh, I know Heidi Regan. I love her stuff. So I was very excited.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
This has been When Rom Met Com. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at When Rom Met Com. There are links there to the Vanity Fair article, to our Letterboxd, and anything else we'd like to share with you. You can always DM us or send us an email at mail@whenrommet.com.
Get it?
We would love to hear your thoughts on the films, what rom-coms you think we should cover, your best would-dos, wouldn't-dos, and have-dones, or literally anything else that you would like to tell us. If you've had a nice time today, please consider leaving a review or following us wherever you get your podcasts. Reviews are amazing because people look at reviews and go, that person liked that show. I might like that show. And then they might actually listen to it, which would be really, really cool.
It'd be wild.
Would be wild. And if you'd like to support the future of the show so that one day we can do an episode on...
Scrooged?
Yeah. You can leave us a tip on our Ko-Fi. Next time, we will be discussing number 7 on the Vanity Fair list, Roman Holiday. Thanks for listening. And remember, we don't hate you, not even a little bit, not even at all. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
On 10 things I hate about you.
Yes.
Keeping that in.
Definitely keeping that in.